another Halloween shirted ass human being, Mr. B.U.M.B.RAP'N ROCK.
Alright, well, all three of you. This will be great. So, what do you get when you cross human DNA with sheep DNA? Kick out of the fucking pennies in you, freak. So, a friend of mine told me that sex in the back of a car in a public place can be very exciting. It's also a great way to ruin a church function. Oh, you laugh, but they'll never hold the car wash there again. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I've never paid $40 to have a garbanzo bean on my chest. Fellas, have you ever been with a woman that was so ugly when she sucked your dick you called it anal? I had this woman, my ex-girlfriend, she refused to, absolutely would not pass gas in public. She's a private tutor. So, back in the 90s, when I was young, stupid, didn't have much of a moral compass, I was with this woman for about a year. Well, matter of fact, it was our 1-year anniversary. And I was going to the beach to pick this nice pail full of snails. We were going to have a romantic dinner for our 1-year anniversary. And I get on the beach, I pick this pail of snails, and then I've got this woman I started talking to, flirting with, and eventually having sex with twice, and fell asleep. Woke up around midnight going, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? You know, I don't have a cover story for this one. So I'm walking with my pail, and I'm going, man, I got nothing. I don't even know what I'm going to say. Oh, I got nothing. I get there, I still got nothing. I trip over the garden hose. I fall to my knees. The pail goes on the ground. The snails go everywhere. I look down at the snails. She comes out. The porch light comes on. She's in a bathrobe with a scowling grimace on her face. I look at the snails and go, come on guys, we're almost home. So anyway, hey, they're fucking snails. They're slow. So I'm from a place that has their own special lottery where all you got to do is know 6 numbers. 2, 7, 13, Z. Fuck! That ain't one of them. See you next week. So I had a friend of mine got in a car accident. His name was Rick. We called him Left Hand Rick, which was ironic because his left hand, some of the fingers got put back on, some of the tips were missing, but he got his hand severed in a car accident. They got a little bit of it together. This guy was in the park, he fell, he hit his head, and on the way down, Rick was the first one on the scene, and he's going, how many fingers am I holding up? And I'm going, I don't know the answer to that, and I'm coherent. Like, this might involve fractions. But, you know. So, Cardinals must be winning. So, I was a horrible person. I was a horrible teenager. Hell, I was horrible in school. My teacher, my first day of school, we had a whole new set of rules, and I raised my hand like they told me to. The teacher called on me, and I said, teacher, I gotta take a piss. And she says, oh no, we don't say that in here. We use the word urinate, and if you use the word urinate in a sentence, I will let you use the restroom. So I was like, okay, urinate. But if you had bigger tits, you'd be a 10. So this, the one teacher, she was reading us the story of Chicken Little. And at one point, Chicken Little goes to the farmer, and he says, the sky is falling. And the teacher stopped reading. She said, what do you think the farmer said? And I raised my hand, and she's like, yes. And I said, probably something along the lines of, holy fuck, a talking chicken. So at one point, the teacher, she was testing us mentally. She wanted to know, do you know any 12-letter words? And I raised my hand, and she called on me, and I said, masturbation. She said, whoa, that's a mouthful. I said, oh no, you're thinking of blowjob. So, first day of 4th grade, we had to go up to the board and draw an exciting event that happened over our summer vacation. So it was my turn. I took the chalk, I made a little dot on the board, I went back and sat down, and the teacher said, oh, this doesn't really explain anything. There's nothing exciting about that at all. It's just a dot. And I said, make no mistake, teacher, that is a period. And there was all kinds of excitement when my sister missed hers. So, going from Michigan to Arizona was quite a culture shock. I went to 3 different schools before I came down here. And I'll tell you, we didn't have many other races that went to our school. It was mostly white people. So I get down here, everything's different. And one day the teacher said, well, we've really got nothing going on. I've got some questions written up on some cards. If you can answer them, you can go home early. And I'm like, oh, I'm fucking excited about that because I want to get the hell out of here. So she pulls up the first card. She says, who was the first president of the United States? And I raise my hand. I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. And she picks Rosa. And Rosa says, that was George Washington, teacher. And I'm like, damn, that's one for sure. I've still got my hand in the air. She pulls up the card. She says, who invented electricity? And I'm like, ooh. And she picks Jose. And Jose said, well, that was Benjamin Franklin, teacher. I'm like, damn it. So I raise my hand, and she turns, and she's like, okay, so who invented the telephone? And I'm like, what was this? And she picks Javier, and Javier says, well, that was Alexander Graham Bell, teacher. And I'm like, fuck. She turns around to get another card. I still got my hand in the air, and I'm like, where the fuck do all these Mexicans come from? And she turns around, she says, who said that? And I still got my hand in the air, and she says, yes. And I said, Davy Crockett at the Alamo. See you next week, Teach. All right, so, fun fact, I've been smoking roll-your-own cigarettes since 1996. My baby's mama was going to the store. She said, do you need anything? I said, well, I'm running low on smokes. Could you pick me up some cigarettes? She's like, sure. She comes back, she hands me a pack of Bugler and some rolling papers, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And she says, oh, well, babies are expensive. We could save a lot of money if you just start rolling your own. I'm like, what the fuck? So, she was right. I got good at rolling cigarettes. She had the baby. Things got back to normal. I was running errands. I said, do you need anything? She said, could you pick me up some tampons? I'm like, sure. So I come back. I hand her the spool of string and the bag of cotton balls I bought. She said, what the hell is this? And I said, well, I figured we'd save a lot of money if you just start rolling your own. Thank you.
B.U.M.B.RAP'N ROCK. I mentioned the Cardinals tied.